and it is my distinct pleasure to introduce you to a company, a venue, a serious mission that we feel is the best venue on the planet, bar none. And again, that is Nspire Network, where we are mission-driven people. Now, who is Nspire Network? Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I want you to understand that Nspire Network, number one, is redefining what many people have come to think of multi-level marketing by creating a true retail culture and an environment driven by mission-driven objectives. Nspire's founders have more than 50 years of successful award-winning MLM and entrepreneurial experience. We also offer health and wellness products designed to enhance the quality of life for individuals of all ages around the world, while simultaneously providing a very exciting income opportunity as well. We're located in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, in the Buckhead area, to be specific, where our corporate headquarters are. And tonight, I want to briefly go over a few of the industry numbers that are under the Nspire Network umbrella. First of all, we have the healthy eating and nutrition, as well as the weight loss industry. That's a $648 billion industry globally. Then we also have the global prostate as well as the cancer market under the umbrella of Nspire Network, and it's a $50.3 billion with a B dollar industry globally. Then we also have, ladies and gentlemen, the erectile dysfunction market. It is slated to be over a $3 billion industry by the year 2022. And then our flagship market, which is the global feminine hygiene market, is slated to be well over $42 billion by the year 2022 as well. So with that, we want to focus in on the feminine hygiene market tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to give you a few industry facts. Just last year, in 2016, there were more than 102 million women that use sanitary napkins and other sanitary products. As a matter of fact, here in the U.S., consumers spent around $3.1 billion on sanitary napkins, panty liners, and the like, just in 2016 alone. And a woman can have as many as up to 17,000 exposures to these sanitary napkins in her lifetime. Now, here was the eye-opener for me, and I'm sure it will be for you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the FDA does not require manufacturers to disclose the contents of their sanitary napkins and tampons. This is potentially why some of the issues that have been related to sanitary napkins are so prevalent. Now, feelings of discomfort, rashes, bacteria infections, these are all common things. As a matter of fact, it's estimated that 3 out of 4 women will actually contract at least one episode of some type of infection vaginally in their lifetime. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to pose a question to you as we move forward this evening. If you had information that could save your life or the life of someone you love or care about, would you share that information? And I'd like for you to ponder the answer to that question as we move forward with our information tonight, because we are unveiling to you the Now We Know movement. Now, the Now We Know campaign, ladies and gentlemen, it's informing men and women all over the world about the harmful effects that today's sanitary products can have on a woman's body. It's the brainchild of Nspire Network's founders, and it's actually consistent with our philosophy of being mission-driven people. Now, the Now We Know movement is actually going to partner with women's organizations, cancer awareness groups, mosques, churches, synagogues, fraternities, sororities, and all types of nonprofit organizations. And we're going to actually host 5K walks, which we had the first one here in Atlanta several weeks ago, and it was a phenomenal success. We're going to host bike rides, basketball tournaments, and all of this in an effort to bring awareness to this potentially life-threatening issue. Now, I want to briefly tell you a little bit about our products, and I want to introduce to you the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. Now, it's known as simply the world's most comfortable sanitary napkin. And as you can see, our tagline is, "You're going to love the way you feel." Now, as we are about to demonstrate to you, we do have day pads, which I'm going to use in a demonstration tonight, overnight pads, night pads, as well as panty liners. I want you to know that the Cherish Sanitary Napkin has 8 awesome layers, and you can see those facts as well by literally visiting the website that'll actually explain the campaign to you in full, which is nowweknow.net. I want you to understand that Now We Know is actually a double entendre. It's spelled NOWWENO.net, and you can actually see the facts on the awareness campaign. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that I was introduced to this about this time last year by an awesome gentleman. Long story short, he had a legend come to his home, and he reached in his pocket and pulled this out. Now, guys, you might laugh. Ladies, you know exactly what this is, and I knew exactly what it was when he pulled it out. So this is obviously a sanitary napkin. And if you could, please be sure to turn off your web cameras. You have a beautiful face, but we're going to be staring at my mug for a few minutes tonight. So if you can be sure to click your webcam off, and that's Miss, thank you so much. So in any event, ladies and gentlemen, and what I need to do is just very quickly lock mine. Let me do that so we can move forward. So again, once he showed me this particular product, while I knew exactly what it was, I really didn't want to hear much about a sanitary napkin. So there we go. I'm just trying to get my view locked here. We're still a little low tech, but we're getting there. So I don't think I'm going to have to lock it. In any event, you guys see that this is a over-the-counter store brand sanitary napkin. So one of the things I want you to pay attention to as we move forward is that you're going to notice that this has not been opened yet. As you can see, the seal is still on it, but I want you to pay close attention because you'll notice that it actually has pockets. So technically, it's already open. Ladies, I don't know if you really paid attention to that, but the reason why it has to be open is because they need these items to breathe because of the adhesive that they use is the same to allow this to stick to the garment is the same great adhesive that's used on duct tape. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to literally give you a full-blown view of what we're working with here tonight. Now, the issue with that is if this is considered a sanitary napkin, ladies, we know once you get it, you throw it in your purse, and you've got makeup crumbs, coins, fingernail trimmings, and everything else in there. Well, it's getting right in the product before you even open it. Can we really consider this a sanitary item? I'm sure you would agree with me that we probably can. So what most ladies end up doing is they snatch this out of their purse when it's time to use it. They shake it, dust it off, and then use it. Well, what we're going to do, guys, is we're literally going to give you a clear and full demonstration tonight and let you see for yourself the difference in the store brand and the Cherished Premium Sanitary Napkin. Now, I do want you to make note that this is an 8-hour protection system. 8 hours. We're not going to take that long to do this demonstration tonight, but I just want you to make note of that. Now, he reached in his other pocket, and he pulled this out. Now, as you can see, this is a lot smaller, a lot thinner, but it's also totally sealed. There's no air pockets. The reason why the Cherished Premium Sanitary Napkin can literally be totally sealed is because the adhesive that we use to allow this sanitary napkin to stick to the garment is a food-grade adhesive, so we don't have any chemicals involved, so we can totally seal it, which I'm sure you would all agree with me that this can be considered a true sanitary item because it's completely sealed. So I have a unique way of opening these. I rip it from the side and pop it out, okay? So in any event, we're going to show you this evening the difference in the two. I wish you were here to feel it. The Cherished Premium Sanitary Napkin, a lot of the testimonies we get when we're doing our live focus groups is that it feels like cashmere, whereas the store-bought pad is a little rough, and you're about to see why. So in any event, the founders of Nspire Network, when they were doing their due diligence and they were researching, speaking with several OBGYNs, they found that the average woman, when she is having her feminine flow, she exudes 15 to 50 milliliters a day. 15 to 50 milliliters. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate that right now by using this food coloring water and a measuring cup. So we're going to pour that and get it right at 50. I want you guys to help me out. It's the first line there. We're going to put that right at 50 milliliters. We're going to pour that into the store brand, which again simulates a full day of feminine flow. Now, I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to understand one of the reasons why you have a man that's so excited about showing you this venue is because I actually was asked a question that I asked you to ponder as we move forward through this presentation. And of course, there are women in my life that I love and care about. And when I saw what I'm about to show you all this evening, I became incensed. I really did. So you can see that's also at 50 milliliters. So we're going to do the same with the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin, which again you can see is a lot smaller and thinner. And we're going to pour it into the pad. So one of the things that we realized was that the campaign is really for men like myself, because I just didn't know. But guess what? Because of the Now We Know campaign, I now know. I'm aware that you women have been suffering in silence for a long period of time. This was a taboo subject many moons ago, but now we're bringing it to the forefront. So we want you to understand that you can actually find out a lot of the issues for yourself that women have been suffering with. You can simply go direct to the source, webmd.com, and type in sanitary napkin or issues related to sanitary napkins, and you'll see some of the things that women have been suffering with: fibroids, endometriosis, the list goes on and on. Here's the fact of the matter: a lot of these issues have potentially been coming from items that women didn't know any better, because they just simply were taken to the store by their parents. When the average woman starts this particular time of their life, around the age of 12 and a half, nobody did any real research. You were taken to the store to get this item. But now we're going to allow you an opportunity to literally see the difference and why you can have an opportunity to literally help save lives. So this is a paper towel right out of the kitchen. I'm going to take this paper towel and place it over what we're going to call Exhibit B, and I'm simply going to press my hand up and down the pad, and you're going to see that it is completely wet, completely soaking wet. Now, here's the issue with this, ladies. This is an 8-hour protection system. It didn't even hold for 5 minutes. So here's the fact. When a woman is standing or she's laying down, her feminine flow is taking place at that time. But when a woman is sitting down, there's actually a reverse suction that takes place, and all the toxins that God meant to leave your body are now being pulled back in because your system is failing you. The system is failing you. So where are most women that are in this stage of their life at? They're either in school or working, correct? What are they doing most of the day, ladies and gentlemen? Sitting down. And this is potentially where a lot of the issues are coming from, okay? So now we're going to take another paper towel right out of the kitchen, a little bounty. We're going to place it over Exhibit A, which is the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. I'm going to take my right hand because this one's a little damp, right? Got food coloring on it. So I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to press and press and press. Somebody said, he's probably not pressing hard enough. I need you to listen to this. Lift it up. Completely dry. Game changer, and my mind was completely blown when I saw that the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin came up completely dry. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to understand, I've got updates trying to jump on my computer in the middle of our webinar. So I want you to understand that this is why we're so excited. I'm going to show you again. Completely dry. And then I'm going to take the same napkin and put it right over on Exhibit B. Barely touch it, and it's completely wet. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's that simple. Do you want to be comfortable and dry or wet and irritable? It's literally that simple. But we're going to take it a step further tonight because a lot of women actually said, you know what? I've been wearing that item for most of my life, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Most women start at the age of 12 and a half years of age. They start their feminine flow, but it can go on into the 40s or 50s. Would you agree? Well, what that means is now that's 27 to 37 and a half years of being exposed to this product. So I'm going to show you something. A lot of ladies said, I never thought about dissecting this product to see what's exactly in it. Well, we're going to do it tonight before we wrap up. You're going to want to be sure to get back with whomever put you in front of this webinar tonight, because they thought enough of you to show you a product that could literally potentially change and definitely save your life. So we're going to take this first layer off, and I have Miss Vanna Pulley here, my lovely assistant. I want you to see something. Guys, I want you to notice that this is stretchy, and if you would touch this for us very quickly, and I want you to just let everybody know very quickly how it feels.
Feels very coarse, and it's extremely wet.
Extremely wet and coarse. Well, reason being, ladies and gentlemen, is because this isn't what you would expect, and it's the first thing touching the most precious part of our lady's body. This is literally made from rayon. If I took it and continued to rub it on my hand, it would actually irritate it after a while. So this is probably something, if you knew what it was, you really wouldn't want it to be the first thing touching the most precious part of your body. Let's take it a step further. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, do you know what this is? Right? It looks real nice through that mesh rayon system that I just showed you, but it's part of the absorbency system. But guess what it actually is? It's no more than blue dye on a strip of paper. Literally, that's all this is. Now, had I not used the green food coloring to make the illustration clear for you, you would actually see a blue hue on the absorbency system here. So if it's getting off of this into the absorbency system with cold water that I'm using, where else is it getting? That's right, into your bloodstream. Well, we have a few more eye-openers for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a simple one for you. What would you say this is? The actual absorbency system. What would you say that is? And of course, again, had I not used the food color, it would have been completely white. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is not cotton. That's what 99.9% of individuals assume what this is, and we're going to just lay it on the line tonight. This is literally recycled materials. They take it, shred it up, and when I say recycled, I'm talking about trash. Recycled material, shredded up great finely, almost to a liquefied position, composition, and then they bleach it. They bleach it with chlorine to make it white, because they know if you see that it's white, you're going to think that it's pure and clean. Here's the problem. When you bleach this with chlorine and you have a 98.5 degree body temperature and you have fluids, ladies and gentlemen, it causes a chemical called dioxin. Dioxin is hundreds of times deadlier than arsenic, and I need you to hear me clearly tonight. There are no safe levels for human consumption. No safe levels for human consumption of dioxin. Do your own research and due diligence. We don't want you to take our word for it. Ladies and gentlemen, dioxin is a dangerous chemical, and is caused when you use chlorine to bleach something. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up by taking out this entire absorbency system. And I want you guys to tell me which one of these cups has the least amount of water in it. Obviously the one in my right hand, but to your left. This has the least amount of water in it, correct? So we're going to take this and put their entire absorbency system into this cup and let it do what it's supposed to do. Sit it right here where it's steering your view. As we close, this is the bottom section of their product. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to notice something. I'm kind of a strong guy, and you see me stretching this. The reason being is because that's no more than a plastic bag. Do you see any perforation for breathability? Do you see any pores? No, you don't. Here's my question for you as we wrap up tonight. If you take a trash bag and you compose it with other items that have been recycled from trash in the trash bag, 98.5 body degree temperature, you have blood, a little urine, maybe some polyps, encapsulated in this bag. What is this a petri dish for? You got it, bacteria. This is where the infections are coming from. This is where the irritation is coming from. And this is where potentially some other more harmful issues are coming from, ladies and gentlemen. So obviously we're going to do the same thing with Exhibit A, which is the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. We're going to dissect it and let you see exactly what's inside of it. So let's get the first layer off here. And it is composed very well. I like to call it the Mercedes-Benz or the Rolls-Royce of sanitary napkins. So we're going to get this first layer off. And as you can see, you can almost see it floating as I'm moving it around, guys. We're going to have our lovely assistant feel this very quickly and let us know how this feels.
Now, see, this is really soft, and it's completely dry.
Wow. She said it's soft, and it's also completely dry. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't rayon. As you can see, rayon doesn't tear like that. You see the fibers? That's called soft cotton. This is the first thing that you would want touching the most precious part of your body first. Now, this little puppy here is in all of our products. As I told you, we have the day pad, night pad, overnight, as well as the panty liner. What this is like the microchip. It is a 100% natural algae strip infused with negative ions. Negative ions are known by scientists and doctors as the vitamins of the air. They can be found at the beach. That's why everybody's so relaxed at the beach all the time. They can be found at waterfalls. That's why when you're staring at a waterfall, you get so relaxed. And they can be found during thunderstorms. Now, that's why if you've ever been getting ready for a meeting and a thunderstorm rolled in and you just don't want to go all of a sudden because the influx in the atmosphere of these negative ions. Well, negative ions have several benefits, and I want you to, again, do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. Don't take our word for it. Research negative ions. Well, there are three main benefits that I want to focus on in reference to the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin, and they are when we do these focus groups nationwide. We have a lot of women that come up to us and say, Derek, for the first day or two of my feminine flow, I don't even want to go to work. I don't want to go to school because I'm on the floor in the fetal position, racked in pain from menstrual cramps. So, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Negative ions have been known to literally alleviate and relax the uterus and alleviate pain. We have hundreds, if not thousands, of testimonies where women's menstrual cramps have been significantly reduced or eliminated altogether. The next thing women tell us, especially young women, they say, well, you know, for the first day or so of my feminine flow, I don't want to go to school because I don't want to be known as the fishy girl, right? And we see all the commercials with the body lotions, washes, and sprays, and all these things dealing with what? Odor. Well, ladies and gentlemen, ladies no longer have to deal with that embarrassment either because negative ions, guess what? Kill bacteria, which in turn eliminate odor. So now we have hundreds of testimonies of women who say their odor issues have been completely eliminated, if not significantly reduced. Now, lastly, my favorite is, now let me say it like this. I thought that my fiance was tripping during that time of the month. But now, because of the Now We Know campaign, I understand that she has been dealing with chemical warfare. She didn't know it. Her parents, her mom didn't know it. Her daughters didn't know it. But thank God, now we know. Negative ions, guys, actually balance the pH system. So we have women that actually give testimonies of not even being cranky anymore. They have a feeling of well-being, mental clarity, even an increase in energy because of the negative ions. Absolutely phenomenal. So as we wrap up here, we're going to take out the absorbency system on the Cherish pad, and I need you guys to pay very close attention to something because I want to get this out here neatly so you can see it. You notice I used green food coloring, right? And we did that for a reason. So I'm going to take this out of here. It is so neatly and beautifully wrapped, and I beat it up, and it's still standing strong. I need you to pay close attention, guys. Pay very close attention. Green food coloring was used. Do you see any green on the outer layer of the inner workings of this Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin? No, you don't. It's all in the inner portion, in the absorbency system, because this pad is designed to pull all of the moisture, all of the wetness away from your body and into the pad. This is why we have, look at this, look at this. This is why we have testimonies of women saying, I actually forgot I had it on because I was so comfortable. Look at this, it's completely white. So guys, you all agree that this cup had the most amount of water in it. It has a ton of water in it. Well, we're going to put our absorbency system in there, make sure we leave that where you can see it, and let it do what it's supposed to do. Now, as we wrap up, this is the bottom section of the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. And I want you to notice something. Can you guys see those lines in there? Can you see it looks like little racetracks, little runway strips? Well, guess what? If I put this over a cup of steam, you'd be able to see, you could probably see it better on that side, you'd be able to see the steam literally come through it, which means it's what? Porous and breathable. But if I poured water on top of it, it would actually capture the water, which means it's strong. And guys, this is definitely not a plastic bag. This is the bottom portion of our product, because a plastic bag doesn't tear like that. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, guys, how long would you all say that Exhibit A's product has been in this cup and this little bit of water? About 5 minutes or so. Does it look like it's working? Let me make this a little more obvious for you. Somebody said, well, you know, I get 30 in a pack when I buy them from my local drugstore. Well, you're going to need all 30 of them because you're going to be changing all day, every day. Do you see that? It looks like every bit of the water that I poured in. What's funny is that sometimes it looks like more water. Every bit of the water that I put in, look at that. It's still dripping. I'm sure on our Facebook Live people too, on another screen. Guys, this is the problem right here. The absorbency system is not working. Now, here's the kicker. Had I not used this food coloring, you would actually start to notice a color change. If you stare hard enough, you can still kind of see it. It'll take on a yellow hue. You can actually almost see the green and yellow mixture getting in there. Guess what that is, guys? You're learning tonight. That's the dioxin coming out of the product that's been bleached. Now, here we go. Let's wrap this up. How long has the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkins absorbency system been in this cup? What, about 2 minutes, right? We just put it in there 2-3 minutes ago. I want you to see this. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Boom, not a drop of water. As a matter of fact, guys, look at this. Not a drop. Not a drop. And I'm going to take it one step further. Here we go. You ready? We just literally turned a liquid into a solid with the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin, guys. Look at that. Live on Facebook as well. Absolutely phenomenal. Guys, that excited me when I saw it. But what got me even more was the Now We Know awareness campaign, where, again, we're making millions of women aware of what they didn't know about what was in their sanitary napkins. So as